Coach.
Update on Patrick at all?
Getting closer. He's going to try to practice today some, see how it goes. Lodgy will not be practicing today. It doesn't look promising for Wednesday. We're not going to rush him. You know, we need him.
He had, the last two games, he had sort of made clear progress, don't you think?
Don't question. You know, defensively and on the glass in particular. And the thing I like about him is, you know, he shoots the ball well. I mean, he's not afraid to shoot. He pulls from three. He pulls from 15 feet. He's aggressive offensively. I want him to keep being that way, knowing we're going to get great play from him at the other end.
If you don't have him, do you anticipate possibly going smaller or playing Ben and Owen more, or how do you kind of adjust to that?
Well, obviously Ben and Owen, but also it makes Evan Braun's that much more important. You know, we got other guys you can kind of swing. Peyton, maybe that means more playing time for Price. Maybe I wouldn't be afraid to play Carter Kingsbury. He's ready.
What about Carter? Where does he contribite on the court?
Well, he's probably our strongest guy. You know, he's just not 6'8". You know, and he can step out and make threes. So he's also a veteran guy. So yeah, he's a good player.
Then with Evan, obviously the athleticism sticks out. But what else do you like about his game?
Well, he's getting more and more comfortable. You know, as he's gotten some minutes. Keep in mind, he was a starter at the Division I level, so it's not like he's uncomfortable out there. But it's still a new program, a new situation for him.
I know Matt Painter's been outspoken before just about court storming protocols and stuff. Kind of got magnified with yesterday. Caitlin, do you just have thoughts on that?
You know, I really haven't. You know, it's funny, we were talking last week, well, we got to move the students down closer to the court. What do you think they're going to do? It's a big win. You think they're going to sit there? They're going to run on the floor. You know, I remember the first time my boys, when they were younger, before they ever played for me, they were out on the field. I think it would be Michigan, I think it was. It's always, everybody loves it. Everybody thinks it's wonderful. And until something like that happens, then we got to change the, you know. Think back. We used to tear the goalpost down, right? Until somebody got hit in the head. Then it wasn't such a good idea. So I don't think they're going away, but I guess there's really two solutions. Either you let them happen or you don't. You bring the cops in and don't let them happen. I don't think that's realistic. You know, you want these kids to come to the game and be enthusiastic and run on the court and have fun and support your team. Yeah, it's unfortunate what happened to Caitlin. Fortunately, she's okay. She's as tough as they come. We know that. And probably have 45 in the next game.
Coach, in the case where Patrick comes back next game, does Josh Dix's role change at all, or is it going to be the same?
He's going to play a lot either way. You know, my rule has always been, you know, when starters are hurt, they come back, they move back into the starting lineup. But Josh has clearly earned major minutes. So it almost doesn't matter if he starts or not. He's going to play a ton.
Ben Cricky, what's his personality like?
Very, very focused, very serious. You know, he's got great personality, but he's a little more on the quieter side. But he's a fierce competitor.
Coach, I know a couple of days ago, Owen had his incident with the family stuff, and Tony Perkins went through the same thing. Can you just talk about the family environment that you created through this program?
Yeah, you know, we've over the years had a number of different times, as you can expect. You know, in 14 years, those kinds of things happen. It's life, and the important thing is that, you know, Tony knows, that Owen knows, that everybody in that locker room loves him. You know, I told Owen's mom we're going to put our arms around him and love him up, and his teammates to a man and the coaches to a man have done that for him. He's got a beautiful family. He's home with them now. Will not be at practice today. He went home right after the game on Saturday to be with his family, which is exactly where he needed to be. And when he comes back, he'll be he'll be ready to go. So I think it's really what's most important. We sometimes get locked into one thing, wins and losses. And, you know, it's a family in that locker room. It's a journey, a lot of hard work, ups and downs, and how you deal with that is many times going to be a function of the support that you get from your teammates and your coaches, and we'll continue to do it the way we've done it.
You have to remind, I mean, these kids are like 0-6, 10. Do you have to remind yourself, they're 17, 18-year-old kids?
Yeah, it's you know what, Pat, it's easy, you know, when you see the kind of raw emotion that comes with something like what he's going through, he and Tony, both. Owen was very emotional before the game on Saturday, very emotional. You guys probably saw it. And, you know, when we just kept talking to him and getting him ready, I thought, you know, he did really well. It's unfortunate he couldn't have played a few more minutes, but I have no doubt he'll be ready to go on Wednesday.
What separates Jameer Young from maybe the ordinary starting player?
He's a veteran guy, so he's got a command of what he wants to do. There's not much he hasn't seen. He plays with a tremendous amount of confidence. Very skilled offensive player to make plays for his teammates or just go get buckets. You know, he has a real ability to make big shots late, you know, and wants to shoot the ball late. And he's somebody that's going to command a lot of attention anytime he takes the floor.
I know I'm supposed to direct refereeing questions to Mike, but if Owen, you know, are there quick things that you can see that put him in less vulnerable situations?
Yeah, I think that's a fair question. You know, he's trying to be physical. He's trying to do it without using his hands and putting his hands up and using his body. Everybody's fighting for the same real estate, so it doesn't make it easy, especially when you're not as big as the guy you're trying to guard. But I think the more experience he gets, you know, guarding somebody like Edey, the better he'll be in that area.
Obviously, Ben Kirky and Owen Freeman are huge pieces to the team. So when one of them gets in foul trouble, I know you still got Evan Bronze and Laji on the bench, but when one of them gets in foul trouble, does that change dramatically with the scheme or anything like that?
No, I feel very, very comfortable with both of those guys. Like I said, I mean, I think Laji is really coming on. I've been very impressed with him. He just keeps getting better. And Evan's in a different place because he's got so much experience. And physically, he's in a really good place. I mean, both of those guys are, you know, 245 and can handle the strength of the guys in this league. So we didn't have that last year. We didn't have that kind of depth in the front court. So it's nice to be able to look down there and see those guys. Obviously, we're going to miss Laji, but at least we have Evan sitting there.
How's Patrick doing having to go in and out of the lineup with physical issues?
Yeah, that's been tough. And he's really anxious. He really wanted to play Saturday. But, you know, you have to be mature enough to say, okay, I'm not going to be effective. I mean, he probably could have been out there a few minutes here, a few minutes there, but we've got other guys that when they're 100%, they need to be out there and not him if he's not. So we'll see how he does today. We'll probably do everything half court. I don't know if we'll do much full court today. And then if he does well today, we'll do a little more tomorrow and try to get him ready to play Wednesday. But it's been hard on him because he really wants to be out there and help our team.
You won 3 straight games, run into an incredibly tough opponent this weekend against Purdue. You just expect your guys to get right back rolling the way they were playing?
Yeah, I mean, that's what this league is. I mean, you look at, you know what Maryland has done. They win at Illinois. I mean, it tells you what they're capable of doing. They've got really good players, very athletic team. Kevin's somebody that I've coached against for a number of years. We were in the same league in the MAC. So our guys understand, you know, who's coming in here and what we have to do to be ready.
All right, thanks,
Thanks,
Thanks, Fran.